A woman who loves with all her heart is a beautiful person, but a woman who also knows her value is stronger than the strongest tree. Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by green hills and banana gardens in Uganda, there lived a woman named Amina. The village was peaceful, and people lived simple lives. In the morning, roosters crowed loudly, smoke rose from cooking fires, and children walked along dusty paths to school. Amina was known in the village as a kind and hard-working woman. Every day she woke up before the sun rose. She swept the compound, fetched water from the well, and prepared food before going to work in the nearby town. Amina was married to a man named Suleiman. Suleiman was a respected man who worked in town and sometimes drove a car. Many people in the village admired him because he looked successful. But Suleiman already had another wife living in another village. In their culture, some men had more than one wife, so Amina tried to accept it. She told herself that what mattered most was the love between her and her husband. And Suleiman always spoke sweet words to her. Whenever he returned home, he would smile and say, "Amina, you are the woman who holds my heart. Even if the world changes, my love for you will remain." Those words made Amina very happy. She believed every word he said. She cooked for him with joy, washed his clothes carefully, and prayed for him whenever he traveled. She loved him not only as her husband, but as the person she trusted most in her life. People in the village could see how deeply Amina loved him. One evening, after finishing her work in town, Amina began walking home along the dusty road. The sun was setting slowly, and the sky was turning orange and purple. As she passed near a small shop where women often gathered to talk, she heard some voices. One woman said quietly, "That man Suleiman is very clever with his words." Another woman answered, "Yes, yesterday we saw him driving his car with another woman beside him, yet he tells Amina she is the only woman he loves." The women laughed softly. Amina stopped walking. Her heart suddenly felt heavy. She stood quietly behind a tree so they could not see her. She listened carefully. Another woman said, "Poor Amina, she loves that man too much. One day she will know the truth." Those words felt like sharp thorns inside her heart. Slowly, Amina continued walking home, but now her mind was full of questions. Was it true? Did Suleiman lie to her? Was she just another woman in his life? When she reached home, she did not light the cooking fire like she always did. Instead, she sat quietly outside her house, looking up at the darkening sky. The evening was silent except for the sound of insects in the grass. Later that night, Suleiman arrived home. He parked his car and entered the compound with a smile. "My wife, why are you sitting in the dark tonight?" Amina looked at him carefully. The man she loved stood before her, but now she wanted to see the truth in his eyes. "My husband," she said softly, "sit with me for a moment." Suleiman sat down beside her. For a few moments, neither of them spoke. Then Amina asked quietly, "Tell me honestly, am I the only woman you tell that you love with all your heart?" Suleiman looked surprised. For a moment, he said nothing. And in that silence, Amina felt her heart slowly breaking. She realized something painful. Sometimes one person loves deeply, while the other only enjoys being loved. Finally, Suleiman spoke. "My wife, you should not listen to gossip." But Amina shook her head gently. "I am not asking about gossip. I am asking about the truth." Suleiman looked down at the ground. He knew Amina was a good woman who had always trusted him. Tears filled Amina's eyes, but she remained strong. "Suleiman," she said softly, "I loved you from my heart, from your words and from the life we share. I believed you because I trusted you." She paused and continued. But love must walk with truth. Without truth, love becomes pain. The night became very quiet. From that day, Amina decided to protect her heart. She remained kind and respectful, but she no longer allowed her happiness to depend completely on someone who could not be honest with her. The elders in the village later said, "A heart that loves deeply is beautiful, but a heart that knows its value is even stronger." And Amina continued her life with dignity, teaching others that true love must always walk together with truth.